Meanwhile, in more news coming in, Chief of Naval Staff Admiral Dinesh Tripathi has stated that the Indian Navy is likely to acquire the first set of 4 Rafale jets by 2029. Addressing the Navy Day press conference, Admiral Tripathi said Project 74 India for buying 6 advanced submarines is at an advanced stage and a formal contract in this regard will be signed very soon. My colleague Aditya with us on the broadcast. Aditya, take our viewers through the details, please.
Well, absolutely, Devika. If you see, all these submarines will be definitely add power to the Indian Navy, and definitely we can expect some more, buying of submarines. Considering the fact that the Indian Navy for quite some time has been extending its fleet, its naval fleet. So indeed, we could expect further, naval fleet. And as far as this submarine fleet is concerned, we can expect a major breakthrough as far as this is concerned, because there have been instances, where the Navy has been, now been doing to more modernize itself for the past some time, and this acquiring of these submarines is that step in that direction. Yes, Devika.
All right, stay on with me, Aditya. More news coming in. Navy Chief Admiral Dinesh Tripathi has also asserted that the Indian Navy forced the Pakistan Navy to remain close to their ports during Operation Sindoor through aggressive posturing. The Chief of Naval Staff also credited the deployment of the carrier battle group for keeping Pakistan Navy quiet during the conflict in May. The Navy Chief also stated that Operation Sindoor has put financial strain on Pakistan as a significant number of merchant ships have avoided traveling to that country following the hostilities. In fact, a day after the BSF made a similar statement, the Navy Chief has also asserted that Operation Sindoor is currently ongoing. Aditya, take our viewers to the details, please.
Well, absolutely, Devika. If you see, during Operation Sindoor, even the Indian Navy played a very, very crucial role, in containing all the Pakistani warships. And indeed, as the world knows that during Operation Sindoor, Pakistan, suffered a nightmare. The key air bases of the Pakistani Air Force were destroyed completely. The Pakistani Air Force, the air infrastructure was completely destroyed across the Pakistan. And indeed, post that, as you rightly pointed out, that the post Operation Sindoor, there has been a major financial strain, on Pakistan, because it hasn't been able to, come to terms post Operation Sindoor, and that is why, we are seeing that day in and day out, Pak Army Chief Asim Munir is making such irresponsible statements. So indeed, at this juncture, the Indian Navy is definitely expanding its naval fleet, and definitely, always we have seen instances in the past, where the Pakistani Navy has, secretly tried to enter the Indian waters in the Arabian Sea. However, all the sinister efforts by the Pakistani Navy have been thwarted in the past, and similarly, it will be thwarted if Pakistan, tries to do any misadventure in the future. So indeed, at this juncture, it needs to be seen, how things unfold in this region. Yes, Devika.
All right. Thank you so much, Aditya, for that. Captain Sham Kumar, who's a former Navy officer, is with us on the broadcast as well. Captain Sham Kumar, I want to understand from your perspective, sir, your thoughts on this big announcement that has been made by the Navy Chief on how Pakistan is continuously still suffering the impact of Operation Sindoor, and at the same time, we've also learned that Indian Navy is likely to acquire the first set of 4 Rafale jets by 2029. And he said that Project 74 India, which is for buying 6 advanced submarines, is now at an advanced stage and a formal contract will be signed very soon. Your thoughts on this important news coming in from the world of defense, sir?
Thank you, Devika. Jai Hind, son of Varuna. Yeah, it's customary for the Naval Chief to do a press conference before the Navy Day. Our Navy Day is coming on 4th of December. And Admiral Tripathi had made some remarks, firstly onto the Operation Sindoor, in which the might of the Navy was at full display. Devika, and our audience also knows that Navy is a decisive force when it comes to operations, war, the Navy, when it gets operationally deployed, it's on full swing, and the attack, the effect is always devastating that we have seen in 71 war. During Operation Sindoor, as you know, operational carrier battle group along with 10 destroyers, almost 10 frigates, corvettes, the P-8I maritime patrol aircraft, MiG-29K from the aircraft carrier with the new air-to-surface missiles acquired from Israel, and combat air patrol by these aircrafts, submarines lurking at advantageous points to kick off any requirements as the balloon goes up or the actions come, the orders come. They all stand by, and that is by the entire fleet of small flotilla of Pakistani Navy. As such, they had only 2 operational submarines, and most of the ships were restricted to the Makran coast. They couldn't even come towards our areas in the coast or come to the open waters. So it was a deterrence that we created, which really made them worry, which we had done in 71. They knew Karachi attack, and they were aware of this. Many of the merchant ships stopped coming to harbor, Karachi harbor and other harbors, because of the high insurance rates that came on, and that is how it had an economic blow onto the Pakistan, which is it's also still suffering from that. So Navy as a blockade force ensures the stoppage of the cargo, petrol, the lifeline, infrastructure facilities are always affected, and that is how any nation gets crippled. So that's what we did, and we will do in future as Operation Sindoor is on. Admiral Tripathi said so. Coming to the Rafale, we have done deal of 63,000 crores rupees with France on Rafale. We already have with Indian Air Force our Rafale booking. We are looking for operationalization of these aircraft by 2030, when 62 of them total, including Air Force, would be there. 26 we are buying. Out of that, 4 will be twin-seater double-engine aircraft for training. And I think 4 aircraft will come in 29. The cost includes the training simulator, all the support systems, and also some support system for Indian Air Force. It's a government-to-government deal. We are already aware of, and we have trained pilots. We have the environment of Rafale operating in India. France is the only nation which operates both the maritime and the Air Force version, and will be the second country to do so. We are looking for it because aircraft carrier Krant and Vikramaditya needs the maritime air element for combat air patrol, surveillance, maritime strike, store strike, and many other air superiority roles. So it's a multi-role fighter, and till the time the twin-engine deck-based aircraft comes from our own indigenous production, it will be there for both the aircraft carrier, and maybe INS Deshal will also be looking at it, 3rd aircraft carrier.
Right,
Submarines
absolutely.
are required. Yeah, submarines are required, and 75 India, 6 submarines are very, very important for us. We are looking for it. We are presently 18, including ballistic submarines, and air-independent propulsion, which will keep the submarines below water for longer duration, would be the technology. Let me tell you, indigenization part, Rafale and submarines both will come with technology transfer, and it will be further retrofitted by our own weapons, which will have a supplies element. So India is working upon indigenization and economy and the employability by people, because a lot of MSME will develop from it. So it's a circle which is going on. In Indian Navy is on path of vision, blue water capability, and political will, and Desh ki Hawa is with us, and we are ready for blowing our horns to the larger extent. Over
Right,
to you, Devi.
absolutely, sir. Thank you so much for joining us on the broadcast with that perspective.